Hello and welcome to the Edgy Games channel. This is Josiah and I've got opinions on gaming stuff. Now, spoilers, spoiler warning. If you don't want to be spoiled, these are major spoilers. I know I typically don't consider certain things to be spoilers, but these are legitimate spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers for Breath of the Wild, click away now. We've got somebody hacked into the Wii U shop and got certain. We got. I think all we got was clothing and weapons and shields and stuff from Breath of the Wild, and we can see things that are in the game. So, once again, if you're still here, leave because that's major spoiler. Let's get into it, shall we? Most people think that this game, Breath of the Wild, is going to be in the Downfall timeline, as do I. As I've said in another video, I think it's after Zelda 2. But let's look at let's look at some of the clothes that you can wear in that game. One is the classic Link tunic. Now, a lot of people, when they look at that game, they kind of want to see. At least I expected I expected if there was going to be a green tunic or anything like that in that game, I would expect it to be something like Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword or something like that. But no, it appears that they have a tunic that Link wears that is that's like the one in the Downfall timeline. So no gauntlets or anything, just brown shirt underneath, green tunic over, and just some boots, which is interesting. And it has, the pointy hat, the pointy green hat with a kind of a yellow hem around it, or whatever you call that, which is interesting. I didn't think they would do that in a 3D Zelda game, but they're totally bringing in, for the first time, some clothes from a 2D Zelda game into a 3D Zelda game, straight up, those clothes, which is pretty awesome to look at. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it's the one from the Link to the Past because, Link's hair isn't like red, it's blonde. So when he's wearing it, it looks like he's wearing it. It looks like he's the same Link from Link to the Past. Or the same Link from Link Between Worlds, right? Either one. And what does it say about my Zelda 2 theory? Well, Link in Zelda 2 doesn't have red hair. I don't know why he has red hair in the other games. That's a good question. I might want to look into that. But it could still be in Zelda 2. It doesn't matter what hair color he has. It can still be in Zelda 2. Two major spoilers. Dark Link. There is a Dark Link outfit or a Dark Link character. We don't know if these are simply outfits or characters. I think they're characters simply because if you had a Dark Link outfit, because the leak shows Dark Link with a dark face and red eyes. So I think that's a character. I think Dark Link is going to be in this game, which is interesting. We may get to see some sort of origin for Dark Link. If anybody knows an origin for Dark Link, post in the comments. I don't know where Dark Link came from. Dark Link is very strange, but it looks like Dark Link's going to be in this game. Not only Dark Link, but the Great Deity armor or something is going to be in that game, which pretty crazy. We've only seen that in Majora's Mask, and now we're seeing it in Breath of the Wild. And if Breath of the Wild is in the Downfall timeline, all that would need to mean is that the Great Deity, whatever it is, needed to exist before Ocarina, which is pretty easy to say simply because you have, Majora's Mask takes place not too long after Majora's Mask, so that makes sense. Some of the other things, There's some Sheikah armor, which looks pretty rad. There's some other kind of armor. You have like feathers on your ears or something when you're wearing it. I think was it Game Over Jesse? I think it was Game Over Jesse talked about how that maybe you get that from the Rito tribe. They have armor from the Sheikah. Yeah, you have Sheikah armor, which looks very similar to Sheik's armor, except with a mask over. Like, kind of, it looks more like the Sheikah armor from Triforce Heroes, which, not for Triforce Heroes, what was it? Hyrule Warriors. It looks more like Sheik's outfit from Hyrule Warriors, which is interesting to say the least. Hyrule Warriors isn't canon, so I don't know what to say about that. But apparently Link can wear it, and that's going to be awesome. There is armor that is made from the ancient, from the Guardians, which is pretty rad too. Of course, is this armor going to have different like is the Sheikah armor going to be like absolutely silent and you're going to be able to sneak, and the robot armor absorbs some sort of energy or something? I don't know, but I'm pretty psyched. See, and it showed a couple weapons. Definitely the Master Sword is going to be fixed in that game. We have a picture of the Master Sword that is complete. It's glowing blue, and I want to speak to that because I've been playing Skyward Sword, and there's one line that Impa says to you that there is when you have the fire go into your sword and temper the sword into the Master Sword, Impa says that your sword has the Force in it, or this Force, and it highlights that. So I thought about it, and I'm like, wait, hold on, is this blue? Is the Breath of the Wild, or the Breath of Life, or the Force, is it in the Master Sword? Is that what powers the Master Sword? Is that what makes the Master Sword the Master Sword? That's really interesting if that's the case. There isn't much else to say about that, but when you look at the sword, the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild, it looks like it's glowing blue. So maybe that has something to do with it. And there's like the lightsaber kind of thing, something that we all expected to see. There are different shields. There's a shield. I think it's a shield to go with the armor of the ancient robots. I looked at it and I was like, oh, does that mean anything? Well, I mean, it's probably something that you just craft in that game. There's other weapons. There's like a Sheikah shield that looks a bit different. There's a lot of things. If you want to look at what that stuff is, go look at Game Over Jesse's channel. I think he has pictures of all those. Oh yeah, also you can color your horse's hair, which is weird. There's a picture of it, like of a horse's hair being like this, like really bright blue, which is like, that's weird. I don't know why you would dye your horse's hair, but I mean, if you want to do that, if you're into that, that's fine. Basically, it's looking. This game is looking awesome, especially with those leaks and just seeing those different weapons. Oh yeah, and it also looks like you can upgrade your weapons too, because it shows ice rods. It shows a normal ice rod, then it looks like an amplified ice rod. It shows like a normal lightning rod, but then there's like is it a lightning rod or a lightning sword? I don't know, but it shows it being upgraded. So, holy crap, Breath of the Wild is leaking. That's probably the worst thing to leak, is their new game. I mean, with Sun and Moon, it was a big deal because it's a Pokemon game, and when you have a new Pokemon game come out, it's a huge deal. And so when those leaks happened, it was a huge deal. This is for a new system, and the fact that this is leaking and Nintendo apparently just isn't secure enough to hold this, Nintendo really needs to get its crap together. People are smarter than Nintendo. Nintendo um, needs to get on it. But anyway, I just thought I would talk about it and just kind of try to connect it to some of my other theories. There wasn't actually much there to connect to my other theories, but there you go. There you go. So if you guys have any questions or comments about what the leaks are, post in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys.